Meanwhile, Disaster Risk Management Officer Sanika Latakhan says that measures are in place to reduce the impact that the weather is having on people.
The city is, they put together a winter readiness task team, which consists of engineers and also your roads and infrastructure management teams, your stormwater and wastewater, water and sanitation management teams, and they're also together and they plan how to approach this flooding season that we have. And they actually started in February already with their planning, and they went out to clear the drainage systems, the stormwater drainage system up front, and then also awareness within the high-prone areas. We do a lot of awareness going into the areas, doing door-to-door campaigning, making the residents aware, and also giving them tips on how to prevent flooding, and if there is flooding incidences, how they should handle it. So there's a lot of work that the city has put into this awareness within the community, because we know that for the flooding season, it is a big problem.
Well, aid organisation Gift of the Givers is among those providing support to flood-hit areas in Cape Town and surrounds. The group spokesperson, Ali Sablay, joins us now for more. Ali, a very good evening to you. Good to speak to you. Give us a sense of the latest that you've seen in the communities affected by this weather.
Thank you. The heavy rain started coming to the Western Cape last week already. Our teams has been responding to minor floods in informal settlements. Yesterday morning from 4 a.m., when the rain started coming down, the calls started pouring in. Communities from all around the Western Cape, disaster risk management teams, the local municipalities around the Western Cape started calling us saying we need your guys' assistance because thousands of people are going to be evacuated. As I'm speaking to you, we just finished off a distribution in Verleersdorp where 300 families had to be evacuated. They are currently being placed in community halls. Our calls does not stop ringing. Tomorrow morning, our teams will be in Mbakweni in Paul, as the disaster risk management is currently evacuating families in Mbakweni, and the list there, it's 1,000+ people who will be homed in community halls. This disaster is one of the biggest disasters the Western Cape is responding to in terms of flood, where close to 10,000 people has been affected, if not more. We're still trying to gather the numbers, but the most severely affected, we are trying to reach those areas first. It's a bit difficult currently on the N1 and the N7, where the riverbanks and canals has overflowed, damaging key infrastructure.
And how many areas, Ali, would you say in Cape Town and surrounds at the moment are simply not safe for people to stay either for the next 24, 48 hours or even into the weekend perhaps?
In fact, all the informal settlements, most of the drainage systems has overflowed, especially those staying in areas that is low-lying amongst the floodline areas, the riverbanks. Those people are in critical danger. Thank God to the disaster risk management teams from the various municipalities around the Western Cape who have evacuated these people. Disaster risk management teams are distributing sandbags as well to in areas that is not reachable, in terms of people that does not want to be evacuated. Our teams are currently being close to responding to 14 different areas already. We are currently distributing aid in terms of blankets, mattresses, toiletries, and hot meals. Those are the key things needed for these communities. And of course, this is going to be a huge disaster. Speaking to the different municipalities, some of them are being asked that the area be declared a disaster area, as many of the roads has been cut off, and in terms of the infrastructure damage experienced over the last 48 hours.
We've been hearing people in the Cape Town area who are critical of the government or the Metro's response. How would you rate the way in which the city of Cape Town has responded, especially in the worst affected areas?
All honesty due, the city of Cape Town has been giving warnings for the last 48 to 72 hours, informing communities of the heavy rains coming down. I can understand the difficulty in terms of their part reaching some areas, but even for us, reaching to some areas was extreme difficulty of roads being washed away, areas being flooded, And they have been there's a job committee that was formed by the different municipalities and disastrous management team and Gift of the Givers, keeping up to date all the time as to what's happening in the community. And when the teams go into these communities, they've given us their full assistance. The main concerning at the moment is the elderly and the children. For some of them, it's a difficulty for them in terms of moving around and to be evacuated. But all credit due to the different authorities who are evacuating the elderly and the young ones into community halls. We are then providing them with mattresses and blankets. And the disaster is not going to go away anytime soon. There's heavy flooding at the moment, heavy rains predicted at the moment for the weekend. As I'm speaking to you, we have trucks en route from Johannesburg and Durban, bringing us essential items to assist the thousands of those affected around the Western Cape.
And Ali, you've got 1,400, I think, blankets you've been able to get in the Cape Town area, more en route from Johannesburg. How much more will you need, and how much more is going to arrive from Johannesburg in the coming hours?
We are thankful to a supplier who opened up after hours for us this evening. He had only 1,400 blankets left in stock. We have picked those up. Those will be distributed tomorrow. We have 3,000 blankets en route from Johannesburg. We have mattresses en route from Durban. We are currently speaking to many suppliers around the country to see how fast we can get those blankets into the Western Cape. Our teams are working around the clock to see how fast enough we can render these services. We just received, as I'm speaking to you, I saw a message coming through onto my phone where farm workers are asking us to come for their assistance in the Citrusdale, Cedarburg area where their roads were completely flooded, and with the farmers and with disastrous management teams cannot get through to them. So we will be working through the hours of the evening with the relevant authorities to see the next few days how we can roll out aid into these different areas.
And lastly, Ali, how do the rest of us become involved? How do we help you?
The urgent need at the moment is blankets. That's a crucial thing at the moment because these people escape with absolutely nothing on their phone or absolutely nothing on them. When we looking at the pictures coming through from my teams on the ground, these people are coming to the halls with wet clothing, nothing dry. So blankets is an urgent need at the moment. All the details are on our website. Our toll-free number is 0800 786 911. But if they need more details, all the details are on our website and our social media pages.
Ali Sablay, always good to speak to you. Thank you for the good work that you do as always with Gift of the Givers.